Good luck, Boschels, buena suerte. Have the best day of your life, folks.
I am a Freak Boy. Welcome to Freak Boy Runs. I'm here just starting out at the Edmonton Marathon. We just got going. I don't even know what pace I'm running right now. But I gotta find my rhythm. I'm planning on starting just at a 3:30 marathon pace, which should be about 5 minutes per kilometer, 8 minutes per mile. I don't think I'm doing that right now. I should get an announcement in my ear here pretty soon. So my plan is to check in probably every 5K. Give you a progress update. So unless I see something interesting, which I might, because there's some beautiful views here, I'll see you at 5K. Just coming up on the 10K marker.
There they go.
50 minutes, 4 seconds. So it's almost bang on the 5 minutes per kilometer pace I wanted to do. My heart rate higher than I like it. I'm going higher right now from holding the camera. So I better try and get it back down. I'll check in at 15K. Just past 15K. 1 hour 13, maybe like 38 or something. That's basically still on pace. Heart rate still high, but holding. On a little downhill here. Then back uphill after this little dip, and then there shouldn't be too much elevation for quite some time after that, I think. Thank you. Okay, I'll check back in. I gotta run this hill. Not at 20K yet, but I just wanted to get the view here. This might not be the best spot to see it, but running along the river valley, some really nice views of downtown, different spots. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch them, but I thought I'd show what I could when I could. Bad timing because it's a little bit of an incline, but we got a really nice view of city center coming up here. Edmonton, it's not that big of a city, but it does have a very pretty skyline right along the river valley. It's a really nice day today. A little bit too warm for my liking, but it's beautiful. Sunshine, blue skies. Awesome for the spectators, that's for sure. Okay, I'll check in at 20K. 20K in 1:38:33. That's about a minute and a half ahead of pace. So I'm happy with that. Now the question is, can I keep holding this heart rate? I've been in zone 4 for a while now, and it's only going to keep climbing. I guess we're going to find out. Okay, it's only a kilometer here to halfway, so I'll just zoom you guys back on when I get there. Coming up on the halfway point. Gotta look for my family here, my friends. They should be here somewhere. Maybe closer. That arch there is halfway point.
Rolling in the dip along Jasper. That's the last little.
I'm over 145 now.
Feel your table flat when the finish from right there.
There they are. I found him. I don't know, these markers must not be quite right, because I was at 20k a minute and a half, and then I crossed halfway just 1k later, and I was behind by about 10-15 seconds. So, I don't know. I'm about right. The halfway point was right. An hour 45. I'm gonna have to negative split at least slightly to make my 130 or my 330. Not sure if I got that in me. We'll see. Okay, I just passed 25k in about 104 and a half. I guess that's probably close to pace. Fighting the headwind here, so hopefully that doesn't change. I'll have that at my back on the way back. Okay, no more talking. I missed the 30k marker somewhere, but I'm at the turnaround point on the western side now, so that's exactly 3/4 of the way. I'm at 141.47. Sorry, 241.47. So I've slowed down quite a bit in the second half. The glute is hurting like hell right now. I think I'm going to be able to make it running, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get any extra speed at all as this continues. I suspect I'll slow down. That's okay. If I can get through it without having to walk, I'll be happy. My back just has to hold out for another 45 minutes. Maybe 50, probably closer to 50. Okay. See you in a bit. I think I just went past the 35 marker and timing mat. I'm really slowing down my back and my glute. Actually, both glutes now, but really the left has been hurting for a long time. But just 7K left to go. Assuming that was really the 35K mat. The sign was blown over, but pretty sure it must have said 35K. Okay. I'll probably pick it up, back up. I don't know if it'll be a 40 or just the last K, one or the other. We'll see. Okay, maybe 200 yards left to go, 200 meters. I'm on fumes now. That was Jory Lynn and Violet. Oh my God. Okay, about 100 meters.
Kelly Watts. Number 12. Gage Smith finishing up the full marathon. 21 years young. Wow, that is young to be doing a full marathon. Gage Smith, congratulations. Nice work. Shannon Dietrich. Justin Brett Shaw. Finish up the full marathon. Only the person across the line with the full marathon.
Okay, I didn't even make 340.
Finish up the full marathon. She's from Fort Saskatchewan.
Like 340, 49 or something like that. Thank you.
You get one of these.
I get
VIP one.
Oh my goodness. I feel special.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for running today.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Well, I didn't see the rest of the family. I'm sure they were there. Thank you. But I was about to drop.
Hey! You signed upside down!
Okay. Well, so I got my water. I guess I'll stop the camera. Get my water in. See if I can find some food here. And then find the family. Oh my God. That was hard. You know, the legs didn't really hold out. The glute back did not hold out. Although strangely, when I kicked it back up into a faster gear, it was kind of maybe 5 minutes or a little over 5 minutes per kilometer, a little over 8 minutes per mile at the end. Not super fast, but faster than I had been doing. The glute actually felt somewhat better while I was going faster. That was weird. Oh, okay, I gotta get a couple oranges. Oh, okay, let me go ahead and turn the camera off because this is not manageable. Pick it back up in a little bit for maybe a little bit more of a summary. Howdy. Well, I did not get back on the camera immediately after the race. It was just so much commotion with family and friends and everything, and yeah, just the time wasn't right. So I decided to wait a few days and do my wrap up just out here walking in the park system in the Edmonton River Valley. really beautiful. The weather's been fantastic, like 20 to 25 Celsius in the 70s Fahrenheit, just really good. That's been true really the entire time I've been here. But back to the race. So what happened? Turns out there's a little bit of controversy. The course was measured incorrectly, and on the second half of the course, I've heard everything from basically around 700 meters to a little over a kilometer too long, which is really unfortunate. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I wasn't going to be getting a PB. You know, it's a Boston qualifying course. I'm not trying to qualify for Boston. I think my time would have still qualified, but none of that matters. But it matters a lot to the folks that were trying to qualify for Boston. So my time at the end was, I think, 3 hours 40 minutes and I don't know, like 49 seconds, 47 seconds, something like that. So, you know, I would have run maybe a 3:35 if it had been measured right, which makes me feel a little bit better, just being about 5 minutes off of my target of 3:30. So, but still, I mean, it's kind of a meaningless race to me from a standpoint of, you know, my time. It was just really me getting back in the saddle and seeing if I could do the distance and, you know, kind of seeing where I'm at. So I think I've got a pretty good idea now. But for all the people that were using it as a Boston qualifier, man, you really got to feel for them, because you know, the organizers admitted they messed up. What happened was they measured the race, and then there was a whole bunch of construction, and the construction ended up causing them to have to divert from the original measured route, which ended up being an extra 700 meters. But it was an out and back. It was out and back to the east for the first half, and then you came back to the starting point and went out and back to the west for the second half, which was also the part that where they ran the Canadian Championships for the half marathon. And it was on that second half where they had this diversion, and because it was 700 meters one way, well, you had to do that again on the way back. So that's 1.4 kilometers. Now they said they moved the start line, or not the start line, the turnaround point. They said they moved it, and that the net result was 670 meters or something like that. I don't know, a lot of confusion. But even at, you know, even at 70% of a kilometer, that's several minutes. And that's several minutes that some people may need just to get their Boston Q done. So, and Boston is not going to allow, you know, adjusted times. They're just not. You know, it's the responsibility of the race coordinators to measure correctly, and you know, that's the reason they're allowed to be a Boston qualified course, is because it's assumed that they will be responsible to measure correctly. So it's really unfortunate. It's kind of a black eye for the city and for the organizers. Hopefully they learn from their mistake and, you know, put on a much better event next year. You know, the event overall I enjoyed. It could have been, there could have been like more stuff organized, more entertainment along the route, more kind of options for, you know, post event festivities. It really wasn't all that much, but oh yeah, before I forget, I did, even though I didn't have the greatest time at that 340, it still was good enough to finish third in my age group. So I ended up with a bronze medal, had a podium finish, and so that kind of helped me feel better about everything too. And like I said, just seeing my family and friends and such a big crowd for me at the finish line. You know, I've never had that many people around supporting me at the finish line, so that was really special. So all in all, I mean, it was a great event for me. Very unfortunate for the people that, you know, end up not being able to go to Boston because of the mistake that was made. That's really unfortunate. Training so hard and knowing that if not for someone else's mistake, you would have been going to Boston. Man, that's just got to be such a heartbreaker. And I really feel for those people. You know, and the Canadian Half Marathon Championships ended up, you know, with a bit of a black eye there too, just because the times for all those elite athletes was not what they were expecting. Rory Linkletter ran an hour and 4 minutes and was expecting to do much closer to an hour, which he would have done. So yeah, like I said, unfortunate, but still for me a lot of fun. A nice course, pretty flat, a couple of little bumps, but for the most part you're really quite a flat course, which was also a nice pleasant surprise. I had some nightmares that they'd be running down here into the river valley, which it's a very deep river valley and could make for some brutal hill climbing, but fortunately they don't do that to the runners. So yeah, all in all, just a really good week for me, catching up with friends, getting to run a race after like 10 months, I guess, pretty close to 10 months since I ran New York. So got to get back to work when I get back to Dallas, and you know, see if I can continue improving. My back still has some work left to do on it. You know, it got really sore for the second half, and so I got to try and make it better. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to the point where I'm not going to have any pain at all through an entire marathon, but I really feel I've got to try and do something to be able to last a little bit longer before that level of pain sets in, where I was at in the race. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up the summary for Edmonton. I only have less than 24 hours left here, and then I go back to the extreme heat of Texas, which is at over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it's going to be 104 tomorrow, 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's going to be hard leaving this for that, but yeah, that's about it. So I'll wrap it up there. Hopefully you enjoyed my POV filming of the race. It was a little bit chaotic, but I did the best I could. And yeah, that'll be it for today, for this week, for this cycle. I will pick the camera back up when I start training again, which maybe very soon if I decide to do the Dallas Marathon, which I'm very close to deciding to do. Yeah, so that's it. I'll wrap it up there. And as always, embrace the misery. And until next time, oh, well, I do have to say before I get there, if you haven't yet, click the like button below, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff. Yeah, embrace the misery. And until next time on Freak Boy Runs, Freak Boy out.